Boom. What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday to you all, and welcome to another live beer review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at another beer from the people over in Long Island. I've had a few of them from them in the past, and they've been pretty solid, so I'm pretty excited for this one as well, and because it's a style of beer that I normally don't drink too often. I drink sours and I drink IPAs, but I don't oftenly drink sour IPAs, so this one fit perfectly for a Friday. So today we're going to be taking a look at Fridays. Am I right? I'd saved this one specifically for today because I thought the name fit it perfectly. But yeah, Destination Unknown is out of Long Island. They're actually on Chicago Avenue, if I believe, which is kind of funny. But overall, yeah, I've had some pretty solid beers from Destination Unknown. I think I just had one yesterday that was an insanely good Belgian quad from them. So my standards for this brewery are pretty high, and yeah, it's going to be cool. I've read a couple things about this that people have been saying this is a little bit of a more fruit-forward kind of a sour IPA, so I'm curious how that's going to be as well. But this guy, I believe, is a 7.4%, and it's brewed with Azeka and Mosaic hops, so I'm expecting from the hops, if it's more fruit flavor, if it's like more fruit-forward with the pomegranate peach and the lactose, of course, you're going to get a creamy mouthfeel from the lactose, but then I'm curious how that like berry kind of pine flavor is going to mix in with those fruits from the Mosaic, and then maybe getting a little bit extra pine, maybe some melon kind of notes with the Azeka. But yeah, this should be absolutely delicious. I really like the can art to this one. I don't know. It reminds me of I was talking to my mom about it earlier. There's something that was like, when it came to like an old like thing for kids back in the 90s where it was like you had a marker and there was like different designs and you like rolled it in a circle and it kind of did all kinds of crazy designs and stuff. But that's the kind of vibe it gives me for the label. Very colorful, very vibrant. But yeah, Destination Unknown always has some really cool can art as well. But without further ado, let's crack this guy open because I want to drink this. I'm excited. Sour IPAs aren't really my wheelhouse when it comes to stuff that I've drank before, so I'm excited to try something new with this. So let's crack this guy open. Let's see what we get on the smell with this one. Oh yeah, definitely getting that like kind of more of like that sour fermented fruit flavor. Definitely getting a lot of that pomegranate tartness on the front. Maybe a little bit of the peach. I'm most likely going to guess the peach is going to, for me, whenever I have a sour with peach in it, it kind of is more of like a sour peach kind of flavor. I get a lot of peach fuzz in the notes as well, so I'm curious if that's going to be a thing that I get on this one. But yeah, without further ado, let's pour this guy and see what this guy looks like. From the color I saw, it definitely has a nice kind of like, the color is almost pretty similar to like the oranges and the yellows in this can art. So, gonna be drinking out of my Heart of the North glass. Big shout outs to them. They're a brewery up in northern Wisconsin that I had a couple of their stuff while I was on vacation. They were pretty solid, so my dad was able to pick me up one of these glasses when he stopped there, and I think the style of glass is just absolutely awesome. Plus, their kind of logo with the axe in the middle is just pretty damn cool. So let's pour this guy and see what we're looking like. Yeah, definitely having more of those like light golden colors, not really as thick / like as hazy / more of like a fruitier color to it as I expected. But yeah, definitely has like a haze to it as well. Yeah, overall, looks like an IPA. Definitely looks like an IPA. Less of a head than anything. Has that kind of like peach kind of color to it. Not really any sediment. Still getting a lot of those like, definitely those fruit flavors coming forward on the nose mostly. Not really getting much of like a hoppy token IPA smell from it. Without further ado, let's give this guy a try. So, cheers everybody. Happy Friday. Okay, so that's definitely tastes like a more fruited forward kind of sour IPA. The tartness on the fruits is definitely, it's not the most tart I've gotten in a sour IPA before. I've definitely had some that are definitely more sour, but it's a pretty nice balance, to be honest. Right up front, you get like that nice pomegranate and the peach kind of thing. Of course, I'm getting like that peach fuzz kind of thing in there as well. Definitely has a creamy mouthfeel. Not really effervescent at all. But it's like right when you get those sour fruit flavors right off the bat, you kind of get that hoppy back note from like the Mosaic and the Azeka coming through to where it still reminds you that you're drinking an IPA. Definitely has a lot of like an acidity to it, but not to the point where it would kind of give you the feeling of like an acid reflux, because that's what I've had a couple sour IPAs to where they're too sour to where it's like having that sour fruit note along with that hoppy, bitter, like IPA feel, kind of just makes it to the point where it's a little bit too acidic on the mouth. But this one is actually pretty nice, has a nice kind of back note of sweetness at the end that just sticks in your mouth. Yeah, this one's pretty damn solid. I'm actually really enjoying this one. It's definitely more fruit forward on the front, which I do not mind at all. Definitely, it's really refreshing. Very like bright and fruity on the fruit notes. But overall, yeah, pretty damn good job if I say so myself. Let's take another sip of this. Yeah, that's nice. That's very nice. Okay, now that I poured the rest of the can in there, there's a little bit of sediment on the bottom, a little stuff floating around in there. That's okay. That's concentrated flavor. So, like I said before, the description for this one's pretty straightforward. It's a sour IPA with pomegranate, peach, and lactose. So lactose, moon sugar, whatever you want to call it, is usually put in beers to kind of give like more of a creamier aspect to the beer. Definitely gives it more of that smooth, silkier, pillowy mouthfeel. But with, I guess it brings a like slight sweetness as well in there. So definitely that's probably helping with that kind of back note of sweetness that sits in your mouth, along with those natural sweetness from the pomegranate and the peach. But yeah, the tart fruit flavors are not too pungent, not too tart. I would say if on a scale of tartness, I would probably give it maybe like a 3 out of 5 for being sour and tart. So it's not bad at all. So if you have like a kind of a low tolerance of tartness and sourness, you still might be okay with this one if you like hoppy IPAs. It's not really too hoppy, but it's a very, very well balanced of hoppiness and tart fruit notes in this one. So this one's actually, they've nailed it pretty good on this. So looking at Untapped here, like I said before, it's a 7.4% ABV, and with over 432 ratings, this one has an average rating of 3.79 out of 5, which isn't bad at all. It isn't bad at all. So definitely a very unique style when it comes to this. I don't really see a lot of breweries going too gung-ho with creating sour IPAs. It's definitely an acquired kind of thing that I would like to see more breweries start to do, just because some breweries may enjoy making fruited sours, but also may enjoy kind of making a nice IPA. So putting the two together to create an overall really well-balanced beer like these guys have just done, yeah, I think they nailed it on the head with this. So let's see what some people are saying about this one. So this guy purchased it off Tavour like I did. This guy gave it a 3.75 out of 5. This guy gave it a 3.5 out of 5. 3.25. This guy did 3.75. Another 3.5 purchase off Tavour. Somebody gave it a 3 out of 5 with a purchase off Tavour. Nice 4 out of 5. Somebody gave it a half a point. Not even a 1 out of 5. So a 0.5 out of 5 saying very heavy IPA flavor. I got sneeze. Oh, jeez. Okay. This is what bothers me about some people checking this stuff in on Untappd. It's a sour IPA, and you're giving it a half a point saying very heavy IPA flavor. What are you expecting? You're drinking an IPA. If you're drinking a sour IPA not expecting to get IPA notes, then why the hell are you drinking it in the first place? That's still confusing me right there. But let's see. We got a 3.25 purchase off Tavour. So yeah. Yeah, this person nailed on the head. 4.25. When I imagine a sour IPA, this is what I wanted. Absolutely delicious. And I 100% agree. 100% agree. So this is actually one that I looked at earlier, and it made a lot of sense as well. So this person gave it a 3.5, saying kind of an odd one because it's pretty fruit forward for an IPA, not picking up any peach, which they said, but just the zestiest zing at the end that maybe hints of it being a sour, which I get a little bit of the peach when it comes to the peach flavors. I get more of like that peach closer to the skin with the peach fuzz kind of notes in there. But it's definitely more of that tart peach for me that's creating that sour note. The pomegranate for me is a little bit less of like the predominant tart fruit flavor for me. But overall, Yeah, I'm a really big fan of this one. Absolutely a really big fan of this one. So, let's start going down our rating scale here and try to figure out what we're going to be doing for ratings. So, can art. Yeah, I really like this can art. I really love the color design, having that kind of like etched in kind of purples, reds. Not wild, did I say purples? Jesus fuck. Some oranges, reds, yellows, and all that kind of stuff. Really has a nice kind of color tone to it. Of course, you got the Dub Co. Destination Unknown Beer Co. on the side, which is like their abbreviated version of that. And then you have the Compass, which is like their namesake when it comes to logo. Destination Unknown. But yeah, really, really nice. I really like the colors on this one. Definitely something that would catch my attention at a liquor store or a bottle shop for sure. But yeah, so like when it comes to having an IPA, Ian, and somebody drinking an IPA and expecting it to have too much IPA flavor, why the hell are you drinking it? That's why I don't understand where you're drinking a sour IPA and you gave it a half a point just because it's too much of an IPA. Then why the hell are you drinking it? I don't know. People confuse me sometimes. But yeah, the can art is really nice. Something that would definitely catch my attention at a liquor store or bottle shop just because of the vibrant colors. The font on the name of the beer is really nice. So I'd give this a solid, I'd probably give it a 4.25 out of 5 for can art for me. I really enjoy it. And let's see. If I got this beer in a flight at Destination Unknown, would I get another one? To be honest, for not really trying a lot of sour IPAs and giving this one a shot and having it be really well balanced between the nice sour fruit notes and that hoppy kind of bite that you get from the Azuca and the Mosaic hops in there, yeah, I'd probably get another one of these for sure. It's definitely refreshing. Something that'd be perfect for a warm summer day, I think. So yeah, they absolutely nailed it. I think they were almost on the edge of maybe if it was too much on the hoppier side on one end, it would kind of get to the point where it's too acidic. I think they stopped it right up to the point where it was like the very end of the amount of hoppiness you needed in this. I mean, I wouldn't change anything about the sour fruit notes in this one. I think they perfected that part when it comes to this. But when it comes to that hoppiness to kind of balance out with those sour fruit notes, I think they just did just the right amount before it becomes too acidic. So big props to them from knowing when to kind of call it quits on the hoppiness. So, what is my final rating on this one going to be? Let's see. Yeah, Kentucky, definitely. When it comes to a nice IPA, earthy, dank, piney, oily, all of those are kind of profiles that are just like every IPA lover's dream, for sure. But let's see. For what it is, for me not drinking a lot of sour IPAs and me actually really enjoying this one, I'm going to give this one a solid 7.75, almost an 8. I think that's where I'm going to leave it, 7.75 out of 10. If you're looking to try a really damn good sour IPA that, if you haven't tried a sour IPA before, this would be a great intro one, I think. It's not too sour, it's not too hoppy. So if you're looking for a great intro to a sour IPA, this would definitely up there on the list for something that I would recommend for sure. And if you're an IPA fan, you would enjoy this. If you're a sour fan, you would enjoy this. So it will fit so many different realms of people who like different styles of beer. So if you're a sour fan, you don't like IPAs, you might still like this because it's not too overly hoppy. If you're an IPA fan and you don't like sours, you might like this because it's not too overly sour. There's still a good hoppiness to it. So it's a great balance between all of them, which I think they did absolutely great. So big shout outs to Destination Unknown for coming out with this one. Definitely showing that they know their craft when it comes to kind of creating that nice balance of tart fruit along with the nice hoppiness. But other than that, that's pretty much what I have for you guys today. So thank you everybody in chat for hanging out. You guys are awesome. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. It would help me out a lot. Also, if you're new to the channel and like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell. It'll let you know whenever I go live doing another review. I have another one for you guys tomorrow, and I'm pretty excited about this one because me and Kentucky are actually going to be drinking the same brew. So, we were kind of figuring out when we were gonna drink this one, but I decided to bring it up from downstairs and put it in the fridge, message him and be like, okay, I'm drinking it Saturday. He was like, that's perfect because then he doesn't have to pick up the kids. So be drinking that tomorrow. We'll be getting like a side-by-side comparison of Wintucky being in chat, kind of describing, and then you'll be seeing my review for it tomorrow. So keep an eye out for an Instagram post for that. I'm really excited to drink that one because it's a little bit of a Star Wars theme. So keep an eye out for that for coming around. Maybe post on Instagram around noon tomorrow, I think. But other than that, let's see. If you're not on Untappd, you're looking for a great social media platform for beer drinkers, shoot me a friend request down to my profile. It's down in the description below for you guys. Also, if you're looking for a nice kind of beer subscription, beer delivery service where you can get breweries like Destination Unknown showing up on there all the time, Tavour. I cannot recommend them enough. Of course, they may not be able to deliver to your area. I know there's a bunch of places where they do. They deliver to Dallas. Let's see, Chicagoland area. There's no problem. The DC area. There's a bunch of places. So I just think you just have to download the app, see if they can deliver to you, and then just take advantage of what they can give you. Because how that app works is they take advantage of where you are, and they show you beers that they have. They have over 7,000 different beers on that app, and they make sure to show you stuff that you normally can't get near you. So it would widen your horizons on different breweries around the country, and it's a really, really fun platform. Plus, the prices are pretty damn good. I mean, you can buy a shit ton of beer and only have to pay $15 flat rate shipping, which, if you're ordering the amounts that I have, $15 for shipping is a great deal. Absolutely great deal. So, other than that, that's all I have for you guys today. So, thank you again, everybody in chat, for hanging out. You guys are awesome. And I'm going to say it like I always say before we get the hell out of here. If you're going to drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And I will see you all tomorrow, people. Cheers.